It's way too early for this shit. Hello and welcome to a new video. If you're new here, my name is Neda and I forgot my intro. I'm currently on a 7-month backpacking trip. Last time we spoke, I was in Taman Negara here in Malaysia. I wasn't really sure where I was going or what I was doing, but as you can see, or maybe not, I'm at the airport right now. It is currently the 6th of April, so it's been a few days. And basically, after Taman Negara, I did not end up going on one of those tours. I actually ended up leaving the next day. Yeah, I pretty much just decided that I didn't want to do that, so I didn't. Instead, I booked a bus ticket to Kuala Lumpur and I spent the following 3 nights there. And right now I'm at the airport here in Kuala Lumpur and I'm flying to Borneo because why not? That was the plan eventually. I just wasn't really sure when or how, but here we are. So it is currently 5 a.m. in the morning. I have not slept. Well, I have slept like a few hours, but it doesn't really count. I set my alarm for 3 a.m. Yay. Woke up, booked a Grab, and drove to the airport. I walked in trying to find my gate. Something felt off, so I asked the lady about like my gate and which direction I should go, and she was like, yeah, this is not the right airport. And I was like, oh yeah, sick, okay. So I found like a free shuttle bus and it took me to the other airport. Luckily it was very close and like I said, free, so that was totally fine. But yeah, I'm at the right airport now. I have gone through security and my gate is like right over there. So we're just gonna sit here for an hour. I will say this is the most chill I've ever been at an airport. Usually I walk in and I'm like super stressed. I have to like get through security, I have to find my gate. Like there's not really a reason to be stressed, but airports kind of just stress me out generally. But today hasn't been like that, and I figured it's because I'm just way too fucking tired to care. Which is kind of nice because airports have never been this stressless. I don't know if that's a word. It is now. But yeah, it's a 3-hour flight. I might be able to sleep a bit. Probably not, but yeah, we'll see. I will talk to you guys later. Landed. I've just arrived in Tawau Airport. I do have to get to Semporna though, since that is where I will be staying, and I have to get either a Grab or a taxi because there are no buses and no way to get there except for car. So I'm looking at booking a Grab since that seems to be a bit cheaper than the taxi. The ride is about 1 hour and 20 minutes, so I do still have some time until I actually get to my destination. It's currently 9:15. I am pretty hungry because I haven't really had a lot of food today. I don't really have the energy to get something here though, so I think I'm just gonna get to my destination and drop off my bags and everything and then go get some food. So yeah, I'm gonna book my Grab and let's get going. Awesome, he's pretty much already here, so yeah, let's go. I just arrived to my hostel. The ride here was actually very pretty, but I am exhausted and I'm starving. But I'm too exhausted to do something about it. They do, however, have like drinking water and also boiling water here at the hostel, and I have one of those like cup noodles, so I think I'm just gonna make myself some noodles and take a nap because I don't know what else to do. I'm not like functioning right now. So yeah, I think that's the plan. It's one of these little like capsule hostel things, so I have my own little capsule. It's fairly big actually, and this is a female only dorm. It cost me 25 ringgits per night, so pretty cheap. I'm gonna make those noodles and then we nap. Now, let's eat. So I just had my food, and after that I watched some Netflix, and then I took the most well-needed nap in human history, and I slept for like 3 hours or something like that. So I am feeling a lot better, but I'm also feeling like completely wrecked because naps kind of do that to me. It is currently 4 o'clock. I also managed to book on some diving, but I will speak more about that later. I think I'm gonna head out and have some food and maybe walk around a bit and see the city. Because if I stay here, I'm just gonna sleep again. And I probably shouldn't be doing that. So yeah, let's head out. Alright, I found a place and I ordered some vegetarian fried rice and a lemon iced tea. I think I'm gonna be sitting here for a little bit. I brought my journal as well, so I might do a bit of that. Yeah. I pretty much instantly went back to the inside seating area because it honestly just got too warm to be outside. I then sat and did some writing until my food arrived. It was really good, and I actually ended up going back to this place for dinner the following 2 days as well. Once I was done eating, I found a pretty big supermarket where I got some more noodles as well as some apples and a jar of peanut butter. Hello. Hi. It is the next day, and I kind of did this thing again where I just forgot to film. The last thing I filmed was me going to the store, or like the supermarket, and then I chilled for the rest of the night. I sat outside on the balcony. Someone was playing some music as well. That was nice. I also talked to some people about like what they've been doing here, and they had some recommendations and stuff like that. And that was my yesterday. And today I went out with one of the guys from the hostel. I just had some like lunch with him, I guess it would be. I have no idea what time it is. Okay, it's like 4 o'clock. It's like late lunch, I guess. I also went to the scuba shop that I will be going with tomorrow and just paid for my thing. Because yeah, I'm going scuba diving tomorrow, which is why I'm here pretty much. This is why I'm in this little town, and besides scuba diving, there's not much to do here. So I'm excited about that. I guess that's it. Like, there's not much of a life update because there's not much going on. So I will just see you guys tomorrow when we go diving. All right, bye for now. Hello and good morning. It is currently the next day, so it is the 8th of April. Time is 7:20. I'm still pretty tired, haven't entirely woken up yet. I've packed my little waterproof bag. I will say, in 4 months, this is the second time I've ever used it. No, maybe third. But yeah, let's go scuba diving. I got to the dive shop and met up with the rest of the people that were also going diving that day. And once we were all gathered, we hopped on a boat and started making our way towards Mabul Island, where this dive company had all their gear, as well as the resort where those who would be diving for multiple days had the option of staying. Once we got to the island, we got geared up with all the equipment needed, hopped onto another boat, and then we headed straight towards our first dive site. Now, I was initially just supposed to go on fun dives here, since I got my adventure certification while diving in Australia earlier on this trip. Although, when I got in contact with this dive shop, they told me that my current certification wouldn't allow me to go on any deep dives, since I wasn't advanced certified. So, what I chose to do here instead was to simply just upgrade my adventure certification to an advanced certification by doing 2 more advanced dives, as well as some theory and knowledge reviews. This first dive was just sort of a refresher dive for me, where I got a chance to find my bearings under the water again, and the instructor got to see that I actually knew how to dive. Alright, we just got back to the resort after our first dive. We saw some pretty big turtles, so that was really cool. I got some on camera as well, so I'm happy about that. This was a deep dive, and I will say my ear is not very happy. I did have some issues with it in Australia as well, but I hope that it would kind of just like fix itself with time, and like I did some eardrops and stuff as well, but it's not handling the pressure very well, so I'm a bit sad about that. Yeah. We then had some reading to do as well as a little knowledge review in preparation for a second dive, and once we were done with that, we headed out onto the water again. Our second dive was a drift dive. There wasn't that much of a current, but we could definitely still feel it, so that was pretty cool. We also saw so many turtles in this dive, so I was really happy about that. When we were done with our dive, we took the boat back to Mobile again, and as you can see here, the water was super rocky, and we just kept getting splashed the entire time. Alright, second dive of the day is done. It felt a lot better than the first one, so I'm very happy about that. We do have one more dive to go, but first, lunch. I am absolutely starving. Just gotta find the restaurant. Wow. I am excited for some food. They have yellow watermelon. I've never seen that before. Tastes exactly like normal watermelon. I also just realized we have to meet up again at 2:30 and it's currently 1:56. So I have about 30 minutes to eat this food and do the knowledge reviews. Which is not a lot of time, but we'll just have to do that. This is amazing. So good. I will say it's really sad that there is so much trash just like in the water and up on shore. It's quite a lot here actually, as well as in Semporna. It's just pretty much everywhere. It's not very nice. I then had a bit more reading to do in preparation for our third and final dive of the day. This was a peak performance buoyancy control dive where we got to practice our buoyancy control in a lot of different ways. We dove through hula hoops, practiced a few different leg kicks, and picked up objects from the bottom of the ocean simply by adjusting our breathing. We obviously also just dove around the site for a bit and spotted some animals. This is where I saw my very first cuttlefish, and I'm honestly, to this day, just so freaking amazed by the look of this creature. This last dive site was just beside the resort, so once we were done, we could simply just walk up some stairs, and that was it. So slippery. After our last dive, we had a very quick little break, and then it was time to sail back to Semporna again. The company I went with was called Scuba Junkie, and I was very happy with our instructor and the whole experience. A full day out in the ocean can be a bit much for me, so I'm actually really happy that the dive sites we went to that day allowed for us to get back to Mobile in between each dive and just sort of take a break on land before heading out again. We are back in Semporna and I am about as tired as I look. Fuck no. The boat ride to and from Matador was about 45 minutes, and they weren't kidding when they said speedboat, because that guy driving that boat, fucking hell, that was fast. I am gonna head back to my hostel, take a shower to get all the salt off of me, and then I'm gonna go get some food. I will speak to you guys later. After my shower, I went back to the same place where I'd had my dinner for the past 2 days. I devoured my food, which was once again really good, and then I went back to my hostel again. Alright, I am back at my hostel again now. I did go to the supermarket after I had eaten, and I actually found these, which is something I haven't seen since Sweden, and they're actually like fish crackers that I usually get when I'm home, so it was really nice seeing those, and I decided just to get them because why not. But yeah, it is late now. I mean, it's not that late, it's like 8 o'clock, but I have been awake for a long time, and I have been diving for like a total of 2.5 hours, I believe, maybe even more. We did really long dives today actually, but it was good. Now I will say the first dive did not feel great. My ear was troubling me quite a bit, and I had this moment of like kind of realization and acceptance that maybe diving just isn't for me, because like the ear thing, that really kind of ruins the experience for me, because it's just very uncomfortable and it hurts, and it just means that it's not very nice to go diving. So during that first dive I was like, well shit, am I gonna do 2 more dives? Like if it's only gonna get worse, then I don't know if it's like worth it. But I did go on to the second dive, and I will say it felt so much better that time. Maybe it was because I was just like more careful with the descent, but I kind of just gave myself more time to equalize properly, and I felt like that really helped. So yeah, that second dive was amazing, and we saw so many turtles, so that was a lot of fun. I have never seen that many turtles before. Like I did go diving in Australia, but I only saw like 1 or 2 turtles there, and these ones were so big and there were so many, so that was really cool. So yeah, the second and the third dive, they were definitely a lot better than the first one. I think that like 2 dives is probably enough for me at a time. I did consider going to this place and doing like a 2-day thing where you go diving like multiple times every day, and you stay at the bungalows that look very nice, but I think that for me 2 dives is enough. So like day trips and just 2 dives, and then go somewhere else and do it again maybe like a week or a month later. So that's probably what I'm gonna be doing in the future. But yeah, that was the diving. This has been a really long video, so I'm gonna end it here. As always, I hope you enjoyed. Thank you for watching, and if you want to see more of this, then stick around and I will see you in the next one. Alright, bye. Oh my god, I'm rambling. I'm already rambling. This is bad. I'm sweating. This room is so hot.
This is horrible. I'm so sorry, future me.
I just realized people might be in here. I didn't check. Cool.
This is 7 minutes. 7 minutes of pure nonsense.